Howdy, folks. It's the Creepy Kentuckian back at you with another review. This time we're taking a look at a newer release from our good friends over at Scorpion Releasing by way of Kino Lorber. This is a cult classic, right? Very cult. So cult, in fact, that I had never seen it. I didn't have it in this ginormous collection before. And I'd never even heard of it. But it sounded like a whole lot of fun, and it was. We're going to talk about it. Dr. Death, the Seeker of Souls. From 1973, directed by Eddie Sayeda. Dr. Death is played by John Considine, who I think this was his first leading role in a movie, and maybe the only one. He was more along the lines of a character actor back in the day. Plays Dr. Death. It's Shlocky. I mean, look at the damn cover. Like, if I'd seen this in any store, there's no way I was not going to walk home with this. I mean, this just looks straight right up my alley, boss. But they released a new Blu-ray edition of this with a pretty slipcase, all that cardboard that everybody falls in love with. And we're going to talk about the movie today. Dr. Death, the Seeker of Souls from 1973 starts off with Fred Saunders, who recently lost his lovely young bride. She passed away, Laura. And he's constantly thinking about her, infatuated with her. He has visions of his wife saying, "I'm coming back to you. I will come back to you." And it kind of haunts him. He's like, how can I make this happen? I want Laura back. I'm missing some Laura, some wifey goodness. Goes around to a variety of witch doctors, some psychics, but everybody is straight up bullshit. Nothing's working. He can't get his wife. His wife's passed away. He's wanting her back. So he answers this ad in the classifieds and meets up with the assistant of the Doctor of Death, Seeker of Souls, John Considine, who talks him into coming to a demonstration to see exactly how he can bring Laura back. And what Fred witnesses really shocks him. And he is freaked out, kind of, but he's also a little bit intrigued. What he witnesses during the demonstration, Dr. Death's technique, is what's known as selective reincarnation. Whereas he takes a body that is burned and is pretty much ready to go, a body that's given out, and uses that body on a perfect deceased person and kind of moves their existence from one body to the other. Also in this scene too, and this was just totally out of left field, was a cameo from the legendary Mo Howard from the Three Stooges. Now, this was in 1973, and that'll just give you a good idea on how long ago the Three Stooges was. This was 73. By this point in time, Mo Howard was an elderly man. I think that he'd passed away just a couple of years after this movie came out. But very interesting to see a very brief cameo there as one of the volunteers. Mo Howard was in the scene. Continuing on though, Fred decides to pay this huge fee to the Doctor of Death to try to get his wife back. And something weird is going on with the Laura's body. The souls aren't willing to pass into Laura's body. So he keeps looking for more and more souls. Throughout the rest of the film, Dr. Death, along with his very large, scary assistant Thor, are going around killing and maiming soul after soul in an attempt to revive Laura. By this point in time, Fred, which is played by Barry Coe, is wanting out of the deal. He is very scared of the capabilities of Dr. Death, which Dr. Death in this movie too, he is kind of a magician looking dude and very much reminded me, and it took me forever to think of this guy's name, but he was a magician from around that time period, Harry Blackstone, boss, who sold a lot of the Harry Blackstone magic kits back in the day to me as a young kid. Anyway, yeah, it all kind of goes from there. Dr. Death, Seeker of Souls is hokey. It knows it's hokey. Look at that. Look at the cover, man. How could you not? But it's a lot of fun, guys, actually. I had fun with this. It's kind of a brief movie, which I appreciate those 88-minute movies. The transfer on this is fantastic. It looked amazing. The only gripe I had with this release is the audio is kind of loud in certain spots, kind of noisy, if you will. But overall, this is a hell of a release from Scorpion Releasing. They did include some extras on this as well. If you guys want to get a better look at the packaging here, again, it's the slip cover there, the same art on both sides. And some of the stuff included in the extras on this, it's a 2015 HD master used from the original camera negatives. You have an audio commentary with the star John Considine, interview with John Considine. Also included is an interview with the director's son, Steve Sietta, and the introduction by Dr. Death himself, along with the theatrical trailer. Dr. Death, the Seeker of Souls is out now. If this sounds like something you would enjoy, I would highly recommend going out and picking it up. Check it out. Check us out over at DEADPIT.com.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on
No,
YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell.
Hey everyone, it's your old buddy O'Curly Jones, and I'm here to talk about Dead Pit over at TeamPublic.com. They got some new fucking shirts out for you. You got the Dead Pit Radio, it's time to get spooky. You got the Rad Season, the Rad Pack, Halloween Havoc, can't go wrong with that. And some other great shirts like November 1st. You got Pit at Night and Born to be Rad, spooky. It just keeps getting fucking better and better, boss. Uncle Rad. Now go on over and get these shirts now, because they're only there for a limited time, especially the spooky ones. So get them while they're hot. Right now, over at TeamPublic.com. Do it now. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.